Top Gun is a film that came out back in 1986, 36 years ago, and I've only recently laid my eyes on this film for the very first time. From director Tony Scott comes a film about dogfighting, testosterone-filled volleyball warm-ups, and a plastic Ken doll version of Tom Cruise. In all honesty though, every time I hear people talk about Top Gun, it sounds like it comes from a place of guilty pleasure, or they grew up with the film and they just have this undeniable love for it. Well, here I am to give you a perspective of a person who's never seen the film before up until 2022. What did I think of the film? Well, we're gonna have to dive deep into the danger zone for my review, so stay tuned. What's up everybody, welcome back to The Heads Project. I'm John Rodolaza, and today I'm here to review Top Gun, the film that came out back in 1986 with a 24-year-old plastic Ken doll baby version of Tom Cruise. My god, this movie's awesome. I had no idea how good it was gonna be. I just didn't expect it to be as good. I didn't expect to like it because the way people would talk about it was almost as if like the wider majority of people and critics didn't like it. And I'd only recently, like just before pressing record on the video, I just saw that the scores of this film are quite low. Why? This movie's awesome. It's so good. It's got almost every element you want in a movie like this, and it works. I'm surprised that it's been 36 years. They could have done multiple sequels of Top Gun. It lends itself to that thing, but they didn't, which was shocking to me. We'll get more into that once we review Top Gun Maverick tomorrow, but let's talk about this film. It's such a surprise to me, dude. I was not expecting to like this movie as much as I did. It's not really that cheesy and 80s as I thought it would be. This feels like it was shot like a while ago, like maybe 10, 15 years ago. It doesn't, maybe like 20, but it doesn't feel that old or outdated to me. Honestly, the cinematography in here really does help. That's my big issue once you go further and further back in the decades of film and Hollywood. You get into a territory where everything is just filmed like I Love Lucy, and then I just tune out. I love the cinematography in here. I think it's done so freaking well. The colors in here, the way they shoot in certain times of day, they just let that sunlight pour in, baby. This movie is beautiful. It uses a lot of that sunset, sunrise lighting that I feel like Eternals was trying to go for, but for some reason it looked more gray than what I think they were trying to go for. I think this movie is a beautiful film when it tries to go for those sorts of shots. Those are the best shots in the film, honestly. Tom Cruise, he's a baby in here, dude. Like, I had no idea he was that old. He's like, what, 50s? He's in his late 50s. He looks 30 right now. And so to see him back then, it's like, whoa, are you artificial intelligence or something? Like, I feel like he's 30 now, and then back then, he traveled back in time at some point to film Top Gun. He just doesn't, I'm not computing. Tom Cruise is a specimen. Like, I'm so surprised how good he is in this film. I really do respect the guy, though, because he does put a lot of work into the projects that he's a part of. I have no doubt he learned how to fly this fighter jet and just do all sorts of crazy stunts in the air. Dude, he's really good in this movie. It's not just the stunt work that he does, and it's not just that. It doesn't stop there. The love aspect of the film with Kelly Mcgill's character, she's like the instructor of the Top Gun class that Tom Cruise is a part of, and he's the hotshot guy. Dude, this dude, let me just say it, dude. I fly one way, Tom Cruise makes me fly the other way. let's just leave it at that. I was truly blown away by how well this romance element was interweaved into the story. It didn't feel contrived. It didn't feel like the movie really cut away and just started focusing on that. It felt earned. It felt organic. It felt like this dude was really trying to persuade and, kind of get her in the sheaths, and she falls for it, of course. That romantic element with Kelly Mcgill's and Tom Cruise goes really hand in hand with the companionship of Goose and Maverick. I mean, there's so many elements of this film that work separately, but they all come together at the end of the film, and you're just like, oh, wow. bro, like this movie has it all. It's got friendship, it's got love, it's got really cool action scenes for 1980s. I mean, this is really good. This movie does a really good job keeping me intrigued and keep me engaged. I wanted to see Maverick, I wanted to see him do his thing in the sky. He seemed very comfortable and he loved it up there, dude. He loves his job. He loves what he's doing, and especially, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen Top Gun, it's only 36 freaking years old when his buddy dies, Goose. I mean, it does kind of hit you a little bit. No tearjerker, but it does, it shivers the soul. And I really felt for everybody in this film. It does a fine job getting you to care about just about everybody. I like all the people involved with the Top Gun school. I'm blanking on everybody's name, but Val Kilmer in here, he's in the movie, and he kind of just plays as a guy in the background in some scenes, chewing gum and just staring at Maverick. Like, that's really all he does. I mean, yes, off screen, he's very accomplished in the school, and he actually, he gets a prize, like a top prize trophy or something. I'm forgetting the name. He gets Top Gun or whatever. Is that what it is? I just made that up on the top of my head, didn't I? He gets like the top trophy in the school, and Maverick was supposed to get it because he's such a good fighter pilot, but he's very dangerous and reckless in the sky, and he ultimately feels guilt about Goose. He feels like that's his fault. And man, just as much as I love the cinematography, the sound designs, the score, the music, it's incredible, dude. It's not only just a movie for 2 hours straight you're listening to Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone. No, you get a whole soundtrack that's kind of dedicated to that track. It sounds like a score was built around that, because there's themes that are very reminiscent to the Danger Zone main keys and whatnot. It sounds so awesome. I've had themes stuck in my head for like the last 2 weeks. I've seen the film a while ago, but man, I've had these songs stuck in my head. I love the soundtrack and the score of this film. It's so epic, dude. This is what movies should be like more often. They need to embody this world. They need to embody the world that they're trying to present to us. I feel like Top Gun does a fine job at that. I haven't heard of anything else that Tony Scott has directed, but he blew me away with this one, honestly. He needs to do more work. He did a phenomenal job directing this film. Every aspect of it, in my opinion, works. There's really nothing I dislike about it. There's some cheesy parts for sure, don't get me wrong, but never in my watch time of this film did I sit back and cringe, did I sit back and go, okay, I don't know how that works, but I was into it, dude. I loved this movie. Top Gun is a really good one. It really is. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. I don't know what's going on with the critics, why this movie's got like in the 50 percentile. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So change it, guys. Go rewatch Top Gun. It's good. Thank you guys for joining me on my review of Top Gun. Let me know down below, what did you think about the film? Have you ever seen it? I think you should, honestly. It is a good one. I think it does stand out. It does stand the test of time, and it's a really good film when it comes to like the love aspect, friendship, companionship, really cool, realistic action scenes that keep you engaged, and dope music, dude. Oh man, and beautiful cinematography, of course. Everybody did a phenomenal job with this film. So leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Stick around tomorrow because I will be posting my review of Top Gun Maverick. I'm excited as all hell, so you might want to stick around because there is more to come.